are not subscribed to the channel. That's a big problem, but let me tell you something. There's a very simple solution. Hit that nice looking subscribe button down below. And if you guys get any value from this video at all, I'd appreciate it if you showed some love and let me know by dropping a like on it. With that being said, you guys, we're going to be talking about how to find winning products in this video. It's a topic that definitely needs to be addressed. I know other people make videos on it. I've made some videos on it, but I want to build off of it. Now, two things. First of all, there's no magic formula. There's no magic sauce or whatever. And second, I don't use any software to do this anymore. And I'll explain that here later in the video. But let's definitely solve that subscriber problem first. It's still over there, super easy, down below, click it. And with that being said, you guys, let's jump inside of my computer. Now you guys, there are a couple main things that I do when I'm trying to identify products that I think, again, you never know that a product is going to be a winner. All you can do is put the odds in your favor, which is what we're going to be talking about in this video. And I'm going to kind of break down exactly how I do that. But first of all, I love taking what works from other people. Some of the concepts on YouTube that I do, I take it from other people. The way I structure things, I take it from other people. Same thing with Shopify, you guys. Look. Spy on your competitors, okay? And again, there are like analytical tools. I used to use something called Which Ads Work. That got deleted. That's primarily what I used for Facebook ads, where I could see exactly what ads were doing well, and it would even let you break it down to see the stores from Shopify specifically. You could see what they're targeting on Facebook, all that stuff. It was crazy. That's what I used to use. But I don't necessarily need to use that, you guys, okay? There's other ways to do it, and I haven't really had a problem finding more products. Now I just do it a different way. So you can still spy on your competitors without some sort of software. I know there's things like that inspector tool that I know a lot of you guys use. You always comment whenever I make videos on this, use that, use that. Maybe I will try it, but I'm fine for right now. So spying on your competitors. There's two ways to do this. First of all, one for Instagram and one for Facebook. Let's talk about the Instagram one first, right? Let's go over here. Instagram. If you have a page, right? I'm gonna not write this down. If you have a page that you've identified that you want to run a shout out on, watch it. Don't necessarily just jump in and promote something. Watch that page, because if it has a couple 100,000, maybe a couple million followers, odds are other people are going to be advertising on it. So what you can do is watch for other shout outs. If you see a shout out on a page, right, turn on their post notifications for a few days for a few pages and watch it. If you see something pop up, kind of like an actual ad, a shout out, you know, for a necklace or whatever, a dog toy, watch the engagement, how many comments they're getting, right? Are those comments organic from regular people, or are they from engagement groups? How many likes are they getting, and how fast does it come in? Because they could be buying fake likes, and then typically it would come like all at once right away. So just kind of take notice of these different things. On top of that, the biggest thing, which you guys I've recommended in multiple videos, if someone's running a shout out, it's very, very likely that they've tagged their Shopify stores page in the shout out. So what you can do is DM the person running the shout out. Now, they don't necessarily want to like share what their products are and if it's working, but if you just ask them how it went, as if you're asking how that specific page does, you know, tell them you're interested in running a shout out on the page and you were curious how it went for them. Some people, or I'm gonna say most people, are gonna be brutally honest with you. I get a lot of people who like, they'll literally cuss out the page that they just run on, oh, it was terrible, they said it normally does well, blah, blah, I got like 3 visits. Okay, that's great. You know, first of all, that page sucked and potentially the product wasn't good. But if someone says it was good or they're gonna do it again, which some people do tell me that, okay, now you know that product had some, I'm gonna say traction, you guys. I like using the word traction. If a product has traction, go test it. We're going to get down to testing here in a second on how exactly I'm testing these products. But now, what's the second one? Facebook. Okay. Again, like I said, I used to use Which Ads Work to do this. Now I just use Facebook itself. So the way I'm doing it is I'm searching keywords. That's going to bring up different pages. Ideally, if you get longer tail like keywords, which means just a longer, more specific thing like boutiques and stuff, you can find other, I guess, pages, right? What do they call it? Excuse me. The pages for someone's Shopify store. Okay, you can find those, identify them, but also, you guys, by searching all these things and clicking, this is going to be a big one, click on any relative, or excuse me, click on any ads that relate, okay? If an ad relates to what you're doing in your niche, click on it, because what's going to happen if you keep searching keywords and clicking on more ads, Facebook's going to keep pushing that stuff to you. Because in their eyes, with their algorithm, you're showing interest. You're expressing a genuine interest. So you're going to keep getting targeted by more and more. And then soon your entire feed and your inbox is going to be flooded with that type of stuff. So now what you can do with that is the same type of thing. First of all, you can DM the page who's running the ad. Just talk to them, build a relationship, ask them how things are going, whatever. Say, you know, if you want to not come off as a competitor, if they're doing a dog niche, say that you have a cat store, which you might have a dog store as well, right? You know, if you're both doing jewelry, you can say that you're not doing jewelry or whatever. You know, it doesn't really matter how you want to do it, but that gives you the ability now to see what other people are doing in the marketplace. And if you're seeing an ad a lot more than once, trust me, the odds are it's working. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. You're not consistently seeing Tai Lopez ads because he's losing money. You're seeing his ads because they're bringing him an ROI. He's getting a return on his investment. It is making him money, that's why he keeps doing it. They're not stupid. People are not stupid. So really just watch, first of all, I'm going to say watch the comments and likes. I don't know if I can even spell here. That goes with both, you guys, with both Instagram and Facebook, okay? Just observe what's going on in the marketplace. I like to study what other people are doing and see how I can improve upon it. And back what we're doing here with Instagram, that's literally, think about it. This is what police do. What do police do? Cops do something called a stakeout. You're pretty much staking out these pages, right? Turn on the notifications. You're waiting, observing. Boom. You see someone's post go up. You got them. Watch it, observe, study it, okay? Because typically what happens once I'm, I guess, stalking all these people, pretty much you call it stalking, but you're just observing and kind of seeing what works. From there, you can kind of piggyback on what's already working. And odds are, you're going to get pretty good at this if you keep doing it, and then you can identify stuff super quick. And what does that mean? Now you're practically going to create the trend yourself. You're catching something that has a little bit of momentum, it's getting going, it's getting up there, you know, people are pushing it a little bit, and people are responding well, you just blow it up. You can be the main person behind that. You can. And that is the position you want to be in. So in order to do that, you have to do this stuff. And this is pretty much what I'm doing to identify. But you guys, one other thing I want to say is use common sense. I know a lot of you guys aren't stupid. You're on here trying to learn a business. I respect that. You're out here searching for information. If you've gotten this far in the video, we're like, what, 5, 6, 7 minutes in the video. You're actually putting in work. So you're not stupid. That means you probably have some common sense, right? Common sense is not too common anymore, but I'm not really too worried about that with you guys who are watching this. Use common sense, okay? If it's a product that you're trying to sell, that people can validate having another, let's say they already have one, right? You have a pencil, okay? Can someone get another pencil? Okay, does it make sense to have two of the same product? Okay, does it make sense for them to get it, right? It has to just be logical. You want products that people genuinely want or need and can validate having more than one. That's really just something to think about. Like, write it down. Take out a little post-it note. Write that down. Can they have more than one? Do they want it or do they need it? Super simple. Now, as for testing products, I know we said that we would talk about that. Testing products. We're going to touch again on both Facebook and Instagram. Let me put this as a little bit more standing out for you guys. Facebook, okay? Personally, I like to use Instagram to test products and identify if it's working. So let's actually throw Facebook underneath this. Oh, where are we doing? Let's throw it under. Okay, Instagram. 2 shout outs with different pictures and ad copy. The reason I do this is because that's genuinely isolating all the variables. The only variable there that's not changing, first of all, you're changing the traffic source. So if you do 2 or 3 pages, okay, odds are that it's not necessarily all 3 of those pages suck. It could be the picture, so we switch the picture. It could be your ad copy, so we switch that. You know, if it's a red shirt, do a blue shirt, you know, switch what's on the picture. Okay, you're identifying those variables. The only variable that's not changing, which is technically the main variable, is that product. But you change everything else. So if you try a couple different pages with completely different types of ads, you know, even you can do a video ad and a picture ad, but different types of the products with different ad copy and nothing hits, it's probably the product. The product sucks. So kick it to the curb and move on. Now for Facebook, I don't necessarily test products on Facebook and I wouldn't really recommend that too much. I do it a lot now, but Instagram is typically my stomping grounds when it comes to identifying a product. I like using Facebook once I'm already getting traction from Instagram. Okay, but the way I would test and the way I do test is I'll take, let me back up, 1 campaign, if I can spell you guys, I do apologize, with 3 ad sets. I love doing 3 ad sets, and the difference between those ad sets, same exact product, same exact description, same ad copy, same picture, same everything. The only difference you're doing, the only thing you're splitting up is the interests. split interests. That's the main key variable right there that's changing. So out of those three, you're going to see typically one is going to drastically underperform the other two. Immediately remove that. Also, let me get a little more in detail for you guys. I run this for $5 a day for 2 to 3 days. Usually, I like to say 3 days, but usually at the 2-day mark, you'll see one that's just drastically underperforming the others. Get rid of it. You're just going to waste your money. Now, out of the other two, you guys can go back on this channel and watch Facebook ad videos that we've made. You're going to use the breakdown tab, okay? Use the breakdown tab to see exactly what was working, right? You want to go broad on these initial ad sets. All ages. If it applies, do both genders. Do a couple of different countries. You know, do the top 5 main English-speaking countries, which is New Zealand, Australia, United States, United Kingdom, and Canada, I believe. Yeah. Do those and just kind of see what works best. You can identify what worked best in the breakdown tab. Did Instagram do better? Did Facebook do better? Was it mobile? Was it desktop? Android? iOS? Look at all those data. Or look at all that data. Look at all those different variables. That's typically how I'm identifying products. And you guys, there's a lot of products out there. So you just have to keep running through, but be logical. Because of course, if you keep doing this with the right, I'm not going to say the right product, but if you're identifying them the right way, eventually you will find something that works. I guarantee it, you will. It's just going to become a matter of testing and implementing all this stuff. So you guys, there is a lot of stuff that goes into it, okay? I tried to keep it simple in this video. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I hope that that made some sense for you. Go identify a couple products every single day that you think could potentially be a winner and start testing 2 to 3 every single week. You don't need to overload yourself. If you're just jumping in, don't immediately go head first, you know, spending 12 hours a day on this. Build into it. You know, you don't just go from never hitting the gym for a year to going 2 hours every single day, 7 days a week. That's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. So kind of progress with it, you guys. Build into it, start testing a couple products, see what works. But mainly, you're not just seeing what works. One thing I love doing, and this expands way beyond just e-commerce, is I want to figure out what doesn't work. I like to figure out that first because then I can kind of reverse engineer it and just move backwards towards what will work. But you guys, that's kind of all I got for you in this video. I hope